Hello, it is Carly from cookiewithcarly.com, and today I thought it would be fun to bring you along the development of the new Twix cookie recipe from Crumbl. I've never made this before. I'm gonna give it a whirl, and I actually have some leftover in the fridge of the Twix cookie, and I will do a little taste test comparison. While my kids say which one's better, if they taste the same or something, I don't know. But first things first, you need to run to the store, grab some Twix, and then we will come back here and make the cookies. Okay, I made it to the store and I found Twix minis. You see that? Minis? That's what we're going to want for the top of the cookie, like on the top. But I'm gonna grab a bag of just like the fun size regular ones, just to make sure I have enough for the inside of the cookies, you know? All right, so we need butter, got that at home. Sugar, eggs. Got chocolate for the top. I've got the caramel at the top for the top. I'm using like apple dip caramel. So I have all that. So I'm pretty sure all I need are these Twix. So I'm gonna go check out and then we're gonna go home and make the cookies. Okay, I'm just gathering up all the ingredients right now. I'm getting the butter situated. And do you guys wanna see a secret? That I buy butter like literally by the box. Is that embarrassing? I feel like that's a little bit embarrassing, but it's fine. So we are going to just do like a regular sugar cookie base. So that's butter, getting out 3 sticks of butter. And then we're going to do granulated sugar, some eggs, vanilla, flour, baking powder. Okay, that's our dough. But I'm going to experiment today with adding a little bit of oil to the dough. I'm going to do like half and half because I know Crumbl uses oil in their dough. And I think that's what gives like the outer like edges, like that nice buttery crisp texture. And so I'm going to experiment with it today. So I'm getting out some canola oil, gonna get out all the ingredients, and then we'll make the cookie dough. Oh, by the way, I never remember to take my butter out of the fridge. And so I always put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and then stop it. And then flip it. And then microwave for like 3 more seconds. And it is perfectly soft every time. All right, so I'm adding just the butter and sugar to my stand mixer here. And we're going to cream this for like a minute, nice and fluffy. And then add in the liquids. So the liquids are eggs and vanilla. And then the flour and baking powder will go in. And then we'll add in the chopped Twix. Chopped Twix. Okay, this dough is looking perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh this dough, split it in half so I can test adding the oil to the dough. Because usually this cookie dough, like we flatten and then bake them. And if we add the oil, I'm thinking we could leave them more in a ball shape and then they would kind of spread and flatten into a circle. So that's what we're going to test right now. So I'm gonna grab out my scale so we can weigh, make sure we split this dough right in half to test this out. So when you're using a scale, you wanna turn it on and then place like your bowl or something on it and then zero out the scale so that does that make sense? So that it's not like weighing the bowl anymore. Okay, all of this dough in. Okay, we've got, oh wow, that's magical. 1,500 exactly. So we need 750 is half. So I'm just going to take dough out until it reads 750, then I know we'll be halfway. 834, 768. Ooh, we're getting close. 750 on the money. Okay, so this we're gonna set aside. Turn that off. I'm gonna go wash my hands. And we'll add a little bit of oil. So I'm thinking I'm just going to start out with so we have cut this in half. So if I do 2 tablespoons of oil in the half, like a whole batch, that'd be a 1/4 cup. And that seems about right to me. So I'm just going to measure 2, what am I doing? 2 tablespoons of oil. There's 1, 2, and add that to this dough. Okay. Mix that in. We'll see what this does to it. Okay, all mixed in. I'm gonna go grab those Twix. We need to chop them up. I totally bent this. What in the world? Got super strength. Who knew? Not me. Okay, I'll be back. I've got both the minis and fun size. I'm gonna chop up some fun size to add into our cookie doughs here. Grab a knife. And I think if we do a total of like 2 cups for the whole batch, so 1 cup in each, I feel like that would be a great amount. It would be a lot, like a lot, but you don't want to be skimpy on the Twix, right? So I'm chopping them up pretty small because I feel like that would mix in better and bake better. And then it's more of like the cookie has the Twix flavor instead of it being like a sugar cookie with big, huge, giant chunks of Twix. Does that make sense? So that's where my thoughts are going here. So I don't know if you can see that. They're pretty small. I'll try and get close up before I dump them in. But I'm gonna get to chopping and adding and folding, and then we can scoop and bake. Bake. Words are hard. So we've got 1 full cup of Twix here. This was 8 fun-sized bars of Twix. So I'm just gonna put half in and mixed in here to test it first to make sure that 1 cup isn't going to be like a ton, because we're just experimenting here. So I'm gonna put in about half first, just to kind of gather what the dough looks like. See, I think I can use more. I'm doing the full cup. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so I'm going to cut up 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So cut up 8 more to fold into this other dough. And then I'll show you how to scoop them. Hi there, we're real close, but I wanted to show you the size of these guys. So they're really small pieces. So I'm going to just add those in, so you know. Okay, bye. Does anybody else's kitchen explode when they bake? Because mine does, and you are getting to see it today. Okay, so I have 2 pans here, one with this gray liner and one has a green liner. So that's how I'm going to keep track of what cookie is what. I have my scoop here. It is just over 1/3 of a cup, which is what we want for each of these cookies. Got this at Sam's Club. It's like one that lunch ladies use. It's fine. So this dough here is the one without the oil. I'm going to scoop a generous 1/3 cup and then roll the dough. And then this one we're going to flatten until it's about like how we want it to look, right? Because it won't spread a ton. It will slightly, but not a whole bunch. All right, so this pan is done. I'm gonna scoop that up there. And then the one with the oil, I'm going to scoop. Now, much softer of a dough. I'm gonna roll. This scares me because I know I should flatten it. I'm just gonna flatten it slightly. Maybe I'm gonna do half and half because I am. I'm gonna do half and half. So 3, I'm going to leave more of like a ball like this. Flatten just slightly, not all the way flattened. And the other half I'm going to flatten more. So we will really be experimenting with what the perfect way to make these cookies are. Okay, there, and then cookies are ready for the oven. Here is the ones that are not as flat. They're definitely a lot taller. 1, 2, 3, and then these ones are more flat. This is with the oil, green has the oil, and the gray, whoops, is just like regular. All right, head in the oven, and I'll show you what happens. Does anyone else sit on the floor and watch their cookies bake? Nope, just me? They're not ready yet. But I don't know if you can even see, but the ones that I left bigger with the oil are looking so good. This is looking very promising. Okay, cookies literally just came out of the oven. So these ones right here are the ones, oh, that was hot, are the ones that we did not flatten. Those 3 right there. They're looking really good. I'm very, very pleased. Those are the regular ones. So we're gonna let these cool all the way and then put them in the fridge to chill them before we keep going. So it'll be a minute, but I'll be back, don't you worry. So here's the thing. It is freezing outside in Utah right now. And I want these cookies to cool down really fast because I've got to go pick up kids from school soon. So did I just bring these cookies out to sit on my deck and cover them? Yeah, I did. So this is the caramel that I'm using. It's just caramel dip like that you used to dip apples in. Mine has already been opened, so it was in the fridge, so it's really thick. I'm going to just pop this in the microwave really fast to soften it up a little bit. Okay, so caramel is a lot softer now, but it's not like runny. So we should be okay to put the chocolate right on top. So I'm just going to melt some chocolate chips, some milk chocolate chips in preparation. I'm trying to figure out how much I should melt. So we have 12 cookies. I'm thinking there's probably like 2 tablespoons of chocolate onto each cookie. There is 4 tablespoons in 1/4 cup. So in 1/4 cup, I can do 2 cookies. I've got to do 12 cookies. So I need 1/4 cup times 6, right? So that would be 1.5 cups. Did you follow that? So these 3 right here are the ones that we did not flatten. And I think those are gonna be the best ones out of all of these. Those are my thoughts, that's my guess. So I'm going to spoon. We have a sad baby. Hold on, gotta go get her. I'm going to spoon some chocolate on and then place a mini Twix right on top. I think we may actually only need about 1 tablespoon, so I may have really overdone it here with the chocolate, but we'll see. No, we're gonna want both. We're gonna want 2 scoops, 2 tablespoons, so that's about right. Circle chocolate. Oh, that's looking good, you guys. The Twix right on top. Okay, look at this. Do you see that? Okay, I'm gonna repeat this, put them in the fridge, let it all chill. Then I've gotta go grab my kids from school and then we will compare when I get home. Okay, before I go get the kids from school, take a look at these. Those babies look so good. Okay, so I have a little piece of each. To be fair, like I know which is what, but I'll try Crumbls first. Very chewy. Not overpowering caramel flavor. It's a nice like blend of the chocolate and the caramel. Good cooking. Okay. First, I want to try the edge. That oil gave it the like crispiness. Okay, here we go. The caramel is different on mine. It's like the same texture, but like a different brand or something, so it tastes slightly different. But those are dang close. I'm very pleased. So by the time this video goes live, I will have the perfected recipe on my website. So in the description below, you can find the link to the recipe. I'm gonna make these 1 or 2 more times just to make sure I have every ingredient amount correct and on my website correctly, but we did it, folks. This was a successful batch of tester cookies. So make them and I hope you join. We'll see you next time.